Okay, I'm setting up now, getting ready to go. Sorry I've been around all day. Just some other things, and we have our Stripe, our credit card processor, kicked us off the air about 2 weeks ago, and we've been running around like chickens with our head cut off, trying to put it back together again, like Humpty Dumpty fall off the wall, and we got to put all the pieces back together again. And so we're really screwing up a lot. So if you applied to one of our service or to our service recently and didn't get on or you didn't understand, well, you should have got an email that tells you exactly what to do and how to apply for our grants and how to get the help we have to apply for every other grant that's out there. And that's what we really do. Our grants are just really a bonus. That if you're here, that we give our profits out, in grants to members. And we're now up to about $75,000 a month every month. We just finished one yesterday at midnight, finished one for grants for rent and utilities and mortgage payments. So that's over, but there's a new application already up there for the next month, for the 20th of next month. Next month is April. So for the 20th of April. So if you missed the last one, for the 20th of March, you could apply for the 20th of April. And before that, we have 3 others. You have one on the 30th where you get a free laptop computer. You apply for that. We give out 25 every month. And then on the 4th, we give out our biggest amount of money is a $40,000, and you get either $1,000 or $500 to spend on anything you want. You want to take your loved one to Hawaii. Well, you probably can't do that in $500, but maybe you could drive to the Holiday Inn or whatever it takes. Whatever you want to do. And also, you could apply for other people if you know friends or relatives that need the money, or even people you meet on the street or whatever. Man, just help somebody else and show how important that is, not only to you, but to them, or not only to them, but to you, because giving is a wonderful thing. And it makes your heart grow, and you feel more lovable. And if you feel more lovable, it's more attractive, I think, for people. And your life will be a lot more enjoyable, I feel. But that's a biased opinion. Don't trust me. I'm sure I didn't think like that 40, 50 years ago. But at 80 now, it's a different ball game, and it's fun. I never had so much fun in my life as now. Oh, Amber, I got to figure out that. I got the new way to send you that stuff. If you didn't get the other one. Okay, and keep poking me to make sure, Amber. Now, Amber's one of the people that I'm also on Let's Go Help. If you don't realize that, our Let's Go Help 2. Now we have 2. We have a Let's Go Help on Facebook, and then a Let's Go Help 2, which is off Facebook, because Facebook is full of scammers and things like that. And so we try to eliminate that, because people are imposing, pretending they're me and asking you for more money. The main thing about what we do is we only charge $20. So if anybody's asking you more than $20, immediately that's not us, because we only ask for $20. So ignore anybody else who comes in and gives you an email or whatever pretending they're me. We market by sending you an email, actually. But again, it'll only be $20. These people want $500, $5,000 from you. So stay away from them, even if they steal my image and go on their way. And that's too bad. But I don't know how to stop it, because they're probably in some other country or whatever, and the regulations are hard to follow like that. But more importantly, we just want to help you, and we screw up in doing it. People complain that we're scammers and stuff like that, and it's not. I mean, people, I think, that complain I'm a scammer because they don't get the information I talk about, or they don't apply. They can't apply to the information I talk about. So to me, that's not a scam, because I'm really telling you I can't guarantee anybody will get this money. I mean, that's up front. And so this is, I'm not guaranteeing you'll be a millionaire. I'm just guaranteeing that these programs are real and you're eligible to apply to them. You have to find the right place to apply. And that may take some work on your part. So in my mind, to look at it in a negative situation, people will call me a scam. We probably haven't done much work to get it. And that's another reason why we only charge $20. I don't want to rip out people if they don't get it or whatever. And if you never think that what I do is you know, you didn't get any value for your money, but I absolutely will give you a refund, no questions asked. I never want people to feel I've been stealing their money. That's the last thing I have in mind nowadays. And it's really just try to help as many people as I can before I die. And at 80, you know, that's probably closer around the corner than a lot of you guys. So that's a real, more of a possibility than it's ever been in my life. So I'm trying to use this time I have left to feel fulfilled. And the way I feel fulfilled is by helping other people. So we're here to do that. Everybody who works with me is like that. Like even Amber, yeah, she just wants to do that. And she's one of the people that help people for free. Like tomorrow, Friday, we have two Let's Go Navigators. Let's Go Help Navigators are on live at 7 p.m. and then again at 11 p.m. Okay, so that's when you go. There'll be an hour or so usually on Zoom calls, so you can get really more personal one-on-one help than here, the way we have it on streaming on Mighty Network. On the Zoom and Mighty Networks, you're looking for the schedule. It's over on the top left-hand side. There's something called workshops. No, is it? I think it's called workshop, but it's up in one of the first two or three tabs on the left-hand side, the Let's Go Help too. And you see the program. That's can't tell a player without a program. All workshops, yes, that's correct. Thank you, Amber. And that's where I am. So tomorrow, there's two of them. Friday, 7 and 11. Saturday, there's two more, 5 and 7. I guess everybody wants to go out by 8 o'clock at night, so they quit at 7. Sunday, there's a 5 o'clock. Monday, there's a 7 and 11. So you're looking at every day, there's a couple hours of just live one-on-one help. I mean, I don't know where you could get that anywhere, especially for $20. I used to do this for $20,000 to rich people. And I don't want to help rich people anymore because they don't need help. It's the people who could really use these programs that I want to concentrate the rest of my life trying to help. Because they're there for you. It's a little, if you haven't done it before, it's a little complicated. That's why the workshops, I think, are so important. Because they're people like you. These are people who just became members and they were able to figure it out and do it. So I want them to tell you how they did it, not me and just doing it. I mean, I've been studying this stuff for 50 years. I want to show you how people who've been studying it maybe for 50 hours and they got grants, okay? Please give me the direct link to apply the $14,000 Joe grant. Denise, there is no direct link to one program, okay? And that's why it depends. It's different, and I don't know how to explain this. I try to do it every day, and I don't do a good job because I think we're conditioned, and the average person is conditioned maybe because of the COVID stimulus package. There was one national program to give money to everybody, but that's not the way it's normally given out. The government gives out over $14,000 every month, every year, to every individual in the United States, grown up, okay? And that doesn't count kids. But it's in thousands of programs, see? And that's what you have to do is start learning how the system works. And that's what we try to do is show you that. And the first way to do that is go to 500 mini grant reports. There's a link. I don't know, Amber, if you have that link, if you could put it in the chat, it'd be great. You go there and download your state. We have a state directory for all the grants, the 500 grants in your state to start with. Now, that doesn't mean that that's all the states, all the grants, no, but these are the starters. I mean, there's literally hundreds of millions and millions of programs. You know, we're never going to have them all, but we show you the offices where you live. They're most likely to have those programs, and that's what you have to do. And then you have to start using people to talk to them people and find out what they have and how they help you, because they all get paid. Where do I looked at, used to, somebody said, where do I pay $20 to get help? It's at letsgohelp.com. So if you're not a member, it's letsgohelp.com. Okay, and that's where we do all this, you know, help people one-on-one as much as we can. Now, I don't call you up and talk for an hour or so. I can't do that for 20 bucks. I can't run a business like that. And that's why we're very successful this way, but of course it's not for everybody. And if you expected something different, I'm happy to refund your money, okay? And okay, Amber just put up the link to download your 500 mini grants reports. And on the top of that listing before the states is what it called Lesco's Meta grant report. Okay, this is my cheat sheet for getting government grants on anything. Okay, so please realize you're going to have to take time to look at this stuff and follow up. You need time to do it. If you expect to make one phone call or one website and fill out a form and maybe get money, it doesn't work that way. It'd be nice if it was, and sometimes it does. But if you really want to solve your problem, you have to put that aside. Or if you just want to do the easy stuff and get lucky, fine. You know, whatever you feel comfortable in doing. But I feel if you hang in there and do it, you'll see how this country really runs and how people use it. And that's why I wanted you to not believe me, but to believe people like Amber, who didn't know anything just a few months back and now knows it all. And she just got trained to be a financial counselor, free training by the government. See, how would you know that? No, nobody knows that. Now, I'm going to go through some, these are new programs. I get news releases all day long, yeah? And I want to, I collect them, the ones that I think are interesting to most people, and to show you. Now, I'm going to, the next, what do I have? 15, 20 programs, something like that. 15, let me see. But there's websites. I'm going to put all the websites, and I'll put the websites on Instagram and also on YouTube. I'll put all these websites. Okay, we have, 14. Okay, we have 14 websites. Okay, so look down. And I'll put it there now. I think I can. I usually do this in a link, but maybe I could just do it and cut and paste here for people in members. So let's go help. Okay, here I'm going to put this in for Linda's. Let's go help. And I usually know this is a lot of stuff there. Okay. Extra data about the FTs. Okay, all right. Okay, so there are all the links there I'm going to talk about, and I hope maybe I'm going to have to wait till the morning to get a real link with all of them just on one, you know, Google Doc, you know, that you could have forever. But here's the first thing, and you'll see it here on the link in Let's Go Help 2, is a link at the Federal Trade Commission, who is now giving out $2,141 cash to over 4,670 people who were scammed by real estate scammers. You know, how to make $1 million in real estate. You know, don't do any of that. There's too much free help to learn that. And it's a process you have to learn. You want it to be easy, so you'll find somebody, sounds like me, and they're saying it's easy. But it ain't. But you don't have to pay, you know, thousands of dollars to learn this stuff at all. There's free ways. And one free way I think was one of the best is to go to Meetup, MEETUP.com, meetup.com, and look for real estate. And there'll be local real estate investors where you could go to meetings for free and learn about it for free where you live. Now that's better than anybody's going to sell you anything on the internet. Okay, but here, the most important thing about this FTC, they're giving out $10 million, okay, of refunds for people who got scammed. So go there, FTC, and you'll see, find out if you're one of those people, if you bought a real estate package, and they collect money from people who scam on TV and everywhere else. So they have a whole list of people that they collect money from these scammers and are giving it back to people. So see if you maybe fit in one of those categories. Here's another interesting thing on $40 million now became available in Michigan. They want to get people, see, we have very few people in the workforce that have degrees or certificates for training, and other credentials to get a good job. And that's what you really need. You don't need a degree so much anymore, but you need a certification to learn a skill, to get a higher wage. And without a degree, you could spend a couple months or whatever and start a job at $50,000, $60,000 that goes to $100,000, without spending 4 years and $100,000 in college. So they have a program here that give you, they're going to spend $40 million to get training certificates or degrees within the next 2 years. And also, listen to this, they give free and low-cost childcare for parents to get trained. So if you're single or a parent, now you have a problem because you have childcare. So how are you going to take training classes and everything? Well, you got that covered. See, so that's the kinds of things that are happening in every state. There's things like this in every state, and the best place to start looking for something like this is your careeronestop.org, careeronestop.org. Now again, I'm going to put all these links in the bottom of the YouTube and Instagram. Okay, that's two. Now here's an interesting one. In Pennsylvania, they have a 3-step program for mini entrepreneurs. Now, that's not your size. You don't have to be under 5 foot or something like that. No, real small businesses. And what they're doing is helping you step by step for free to start a real small business. And what they do is, the first off, they do, okay, you're thinking about a business, they give you $1,000 to help you think about it a little more. Okay, and then with that $1,000, you figure out, a little bit more about that business you want to start. And then after that, they give you $2,000 more and then help you with mentors thinking about a little more, okay? And now when you really want to go live or something, they give you $2,000 more plus the mentors that keep it. Now, that's an amazing thing to me, whatever. Now, that's a local program in Pennsylvania, but see, you could look for programs like that where you live. How do you do that? Well, if you're a member, then you go to Let's Go Mini Grant Report and look at item 5. If you're not a member, you go to sba.gov/local assistance and look for all the training programs and help for you to start a business. When you're look for help for your business, do not ask for a grant. Do not ask for money. You ask for help. Okay, that's what you want to do, because money, you don't know how to spend it yet on business. So you want to help thinking of the whole process through, because most of these people don't have money. So if you ask them for money and they have any, they'll say no and you go away. But they have so many other things that will get you to where you want to go. And so you don't want to piss that away, okay? Now here's another one. They have $10,000 or $25,000 to improve your business, okay? And what the money is for is they want to grow. And this is true in a lot of towns. They want you to grow your business, make it look nicer and everything to attract people to your business. And they give you up to $25,000. But you have to put in some money too, okay? So this is a matching grant. So it's mostly for people who are already in business. But they'll pay for 75% of whatever costs you to improve your business, okay? Now that's a pretty good deal, Where are you going to get that? Not at Chase, not at Wells Fargo, none of those places. Okay, here's an interesting thing that they have. Oh, I have the wrong link here. I just noticed another mistake I made. That's 2 this year. Boy, and it's only, what is this, March? I make 2 an hour. $750,000 to pay for off-hours childcare. What we have in our country now is people have to work. Most childcare is like 7 in the morning to 6 at night or something like that. But what happens if you have to work overtime? What happens if you work, in retail or restaurants and it's at night? What are you going to do with the child or whatever? See, we're getting smart, man. We don't have people in the labor force. They take care of child. So, and also, what about the weekends? What about you have to stay and work till midnight? What do you have to do? You can't, right? And so to do that, they're now having grant monies to pay for off-hours childcare. Okay, now that's pretty cool, isn't it? So up until midnight. So now they're available till midnight and on weekends for childcare, and the government pays for it. Okay, here's another one, number 6, 55 million grants for 43 nonprofits just in this one area in Colorado to train 6,500 people for in-demand jobs. We have so many jobs now that were not being fulfilled because people don't have the skills, don't have the training. Okay, so this is what they're doing at the state level. This is just an example. You have to go to your state to see what they have. Okay, so in other words, and most of these jobs are in education, they're in healthcare, they're in infrastructure, and if you have no degree, you get paid, to train, and also, again, they're probably training money, childcare money, transportation money, all these other kinds of things. Again, it's different in every city, every state, or whatever, so you have to check where you live, and that's the important thing. And people just want me to give them the magic phone number or website that will give them everything they want. They don't have to look anywhere else. No, it doesn't work that way because it's too complicated out there. What we do is show you where it is. That's where this is going to be. You have to contact them to see if it's worth for you. It's like getting a job. Nobody promises you a job when they say, hey, how to get a job? Nobody says, oh yeah, you're going to get a job talking to them. Same with me. I can't say, hey, you're going to get money doing this. Yeah. No, you don't. You have to go and put in some effort yourself. I don't know why people think that this is other than real life. That is what real life is. Okay. Now here, there's what's interesting to me, like in Ohio now, they're giving property taxes to pay grants up to $14,000 to pay your property taxes so you avoid foreclosure. A lot of people are foreclosed on their hands because they don't pay property tax. So now there's local property taxes. Okay, how do you find it? What's in where you live? You go to findhelp.org. That's a good place to start. There's more places you could go if they don't work, but that's the place to start. And see, if you start with something like for findhelp.org and you look under property taxes or whatever, housing, and you call people and they say no. See, what that's really good for is showing other people other places. You talk to those people. You call them up, even though they're not for you, and you ask them, okay, I guess I can't get money from you because I'm too tall, old, whatever. But can you suggest anywhere else? That's the key to all this. Learning that people know stuff that you don't know, and you try to find the people who are most likely to know that, and you ask them. Okay? Because you can't keep up. You can't find it on Google. That's the death penalty. That is the kiss of death, is Google. If you have financial trouble, going to Google, just realize you're going to be in more financial trouble. That's all. Because everybody in Google wants to sell you something. And that means you have to dig in your pocket to be worse off than you are now. Everybody I'm showing you are going to help you for free or give you money for free. That's who you want to contact, okay? Nobody else. Okay, now here we have, okay. Now, Biden is, he's out on the campaign circuit, and he's talking about the $20 billion in manufacturing. Yes, all these people are getting, these big companies are now getting up to $20 billion to set up new factories. And these factories are in chip manufacturing, energy, stuff like that, batteries for all these electronic vehicles and all this kind of stuff. And they require skills. So what this money has is for you to be paid to get those skills so you could work in these nice, clean factories. It's not lugging steel around like it used to be. Working in a steel mill. That's where I grew up. That was the big employer in Pennsylvania. But that's gone, and so it's nice, clean robots do all that stuff now, and you learn how to run the robots. That's what this is about. And this is interesting. Another item I found. There's now 26 countries that you could move to and live longer. That's right, 26 countries. Okay, and these are developed countries, and there's a link here. I'll show you the whole country. We're like 27th. In longevity, and our age limit, how long you live in this country is getting less and less, not more and more. It's just we're killing ourselves. And literally speaking, I think that's probably why. I'm not an expert at this, but fentanyl thing and despair and things like that, or drinking ourselves to death. Suicides are high. People are just not happy here, and that shows in the. They're trying to check out early. and there's 26 countries. There are people who live longer than us, 4 or 5 years longer. Yeah, that's amazing to me. I thought we were the best. Well, maybe not. Okay, now here's another thing to do. We have so many people incarcerated and getting out of jail every day, more than anybody else in the world. And what do you do when you get out of jail? Okay, well now, at least in D.C., and they have this everywhere, something like this, is a one-stop to get free money and services when you're a returning citizen. That's another thing, ex-felon, returning citizens, things like that. And they're really important people. There's a lot of them. Okay, and there's and even if you don't have a special place, there's a lot of programs for them. Particularly now, Biden got a lot of ways to make it easier for people to hire people with backgrounds like that. And there's even a money program to get $50,000 to start a business. The SBA has that, and you don't have any collateral or anything like that. So you go if you're a returning citizen or ex-felon, things like that, you want to go to findhelp.org, and you can put in returning citizen or ex-felon or whatever, or just put in financial assistance and see what's available in your area for financial assistance. You want to start a business, you'll find nonprofit organizations do that. You want to get a job, you find nonprofit organizations that'll help you get a job, no matter who you are, okay? Okay, here's another thing. I know we have a lot of people or members who have disabilities. Well, remember that the government and many others, this is the federal government, but other government agencies and nonprofits have quotas for hiring people with disabilities. Now, the federal quota says that government agencies, have to have at least 12% of their workers with disabilities, okay? You're sitting there, I can't get a job because I have a disability, whatever. You got to start banging on doors. Look, they're making quota. You're doing some bureaucrat a favor by applying to the job because they have to fill a quota, okay? So, and it's a quota for disabilities. If it's right or wrong, but it's the law, and that's the important thing. And there may be a lot more than just government. Check your state government, what they have. Check your federal government. I mean, your county government, things like that. As for disability, and the best place to go learn about where you are is go to careeronestop.org and say you have a disability and you need job training and need a job. They know about this stuff. They have training programs for you, whatever. So that's careeronestop.org. Now here, if you feel you want to file a complaint on this, here's the website. And I have it. Don't forget, all these links that I'm talking about will be, I put them in Let's Go Help too, and they'll also be in YouTube and Instagram. But it'll take me a while, probably an hour or two to get it in there. If not, it'll be first thing in the morning. And it's eeoc.gov, okay? And you want to look how to file a complaint. See, that's why if you don't feel that they're not paying attention to you and you want to work or something, call the EEOC and say, hey, I feel discriminated. Am I or not? They wrote the law. They're going to know. You don't want to call a lawyer because they want to know only if they get a whole lot of money off you. And so your case has to be pretty solid, and then they're going to take most of the money. But no, see, if you go to the EEOC and have them, and their job is to inquire and do this and make sure they're following the law. So if you call up, they'll give you advice whether you have a case or not, and if not, they'll do it, and you get all the money. See, that's what I can't understand why people don't do this more, but because they don't know the options. Okay, here I have a link here too. I'm going to show you about utility bills. Now this is one city, one state, okay, that there's 12 programs to help people with their utility bills. 12 different programs. That's why people will call up one program and say, oh, they don't have any more money or whatever. Forget it. Don't worry about that. Just go on to the next one. It's like looking for a job and they say, oh, no, we're not hiring you, or we don't want to hire you. You have to go somewhere else, the same thing. So here are the kinds of things. This is, I think, in Virginia here. The name of the programs. There's one called Dominion Power Crisis Assistance. Okay, that's to stop being disconnected and everything. That's an emergency thing, okay? Heating and fuel assistance in Virginia. That's another program. Here's another program. This is all grant program, or get rid of your debt or whatever. It's all money, money, money. Okay, California cooling bill assistance. So you have heating and fuel, you got cooling. And here, State of Virginia energy assistance. I mean, don't they all sound the same? But they're not. Say, they're different programs, and so different pots of money. Here's another one. Crisis assistance components. What the hell? Did we just cover something with the crisis? Dominion Powered Crisis Assistance. We already had one of those, but here's another one. Crisis Assistance Component. How the hell is the average person supposed to keep up on this stuff? You can't. Okay, fuel assistance. What the hell? Aren't all the others fuel assistance? Why is this fuel assistance different? See, you can't understand what this is going on. Oh, here's another cooling assistance. Cooling bill assistance. Didn't we do that? Oh, Virginia cooling bill assistance. Another one. So they have 2 cooling bill assistance. Now that's cool. Why is it? Oh, here's another. Percentage of income payment program. Well, that makes a little sense, right? I don't have much money, now here's another. Energy Share, okay? Dominion Power Energy Share program may be the most popular low-income program for customers in Virginia. Wow, look at all that. Incredible. Weatherization assistance. Fans for free. That's good for the summer, right? So look at that. 14 programs just for utilities. Say, and I want to try to educate everybody more about what may be out there for you, and truthfully, you won't get it unless you try. There's no right answer. There's only one wrong answer. Okay, so there's no right answer on what to do, but there is one wrong answer, and the wrong answer is doing nothing. So anything you do above that is a great answer, because that leads you to where you gotta go. So remember that. Apply to your monthly grants worth $75,000. See, boy, Tammy's there with her bells on. Yeah. And she working tonight or tomorrow? No, not tonight. Oh yeah, no, tonight. Oh, tonight? No, what is tonight's Thursday, is it? Tomorrow's Friday. You'll see Tammy tomorrow. And Amber, I don't know. You'll see Charity, she's here. Oh, these cute, adorable people who have loving hearts and want to help you. And if you're a member and want to help people too, just let us know. Misty takes care of all that. We'll get you to be a media star. And you don't have to be wild and wacky like me. No, just be sincere and want to help people. And I don't care how you do it, as long as you do it from your heart. That's the most important thing, because we all need that more than anything else. Tammy and Charity are going to be tomorrow. Great. Tammy, I've been applying since February 26th. For ours or what? You have to apply outside of us. That's just little teaser grants we got. Yeah. So make sure it's outside. Oh, great. Well, make sure, Denise, that you download the 500 mini grants report and the Let's Go Meta Grant report, okay? I have my fourth class next Friday. Yay, Amber! Yay, Amber! Yay, Amber! Yay, Amber! Actually, I use Lost Horizon. Don't know that. In order to properly file to get refund. Oh, cool. Oh, wonderful. Well, thank you for sharing. See, you guys know so much. I've been studying this 50 years, and I still don't know it. That's what keeps me getting up in the morning. And you keep me getting up in the morning more than anybody else, because I feel that I can maybe help you, and that is why it keeps me alive. And I want to stay here, because now you're teaching me how to love, and that's the nicest part of my life now. So thank you so much.